Aaron David Miller, he's a senior fellow at the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace. What's at stake, big picture-wise, for the Middle East right now?
Look, let's be very clear, and I understand it's an extraordinary moment for 20 hostages that are going to return to their families alive, 28 that will come home, sadly and tragically, not alive, for Palestinian civilians in Gaza that are likely to get considerable relief. This is not a peace agreement. It doesn't even guarantee an inexorable end to the Israeli-Hamas war. That's going to depend on presidential leadership. It's going to depend on leaders in Israel and key Arab states, and the decisive question about who will actually govern, who is going to lead and represent Palestinians. It's an extraordinary moment in the sense that it's a break in a 2-year war in which Israelis and Palestinians have visited incredible horrors on one another. And if, again, there's focused determination, it could provide an opening, but we are nowhere near, and we have to be exceedingly sober and realistic about this. We're nowhere near anything that anybody would describe as Middle East peace between Israelis and Palestinians.
Yesterday, we heard from Jared Kushner, President Trump's son-in-law. He was speaking in Tel Aviv at Hostage Square, acknowledging the Palestinians who are victims in this, no fault of their own, who have been leaving their homes for months, sometimes more than 2 years. What's next for them, the people returning to Gaza?
I mean, they face an extraordinary situation in which 70–80% of the housing stock and structures in Gaza have been destroyed. UN agencies will now be able to flood the zone with humanitarian assistance, but it's still going to be exceedingly difficult. We're not really talking about reconstruction of Gaza. We're talking about a fundamental reconstitution if it takes place. Some of these families have been displaced 3, 4, 5 times. You have children, thousands of them, who have lost not just one parent, but 2. And you have not yet fundamentally reconciled the problem of governing in Gaza. Hamas was a horrible governor, and they made no effort, it seems to me, to create institutions. They were corrupt, preferential, and of course, Yahya Sinwar, the architect of the October 7 terror surge into Israel, virtually exposed an entire population of 2 million people to Israel's fury and wrath in an effort to prosecute the war against Hamas. So it's a challenging future. Somebody needs to own this, though. And I'm not sure who that someone is. It's fine to have a big peace conference. I've attended many over the course of 25 years of working for Republican and Democratic administrations. But the day after, right? It'll be the Tuesday morning, not the Monday morning, but the Tuesday morning after this, it's going to dawn on the negotiators on the American side what a heavy lift it's going to be in order to capitalize and exploit an extraordinary opportunity. And let's be clear, that this president made possible.